Oh, that's what that does. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream, or to the replay, as the case may be. Enjoy your stay. We are playing to see, and it's entirely free up until August 27th, when it becomes $15 a month with your normal World of Warcraft subscription. Hashtag just saying. And what's going on here? Okay, boats here. What's the time? 1:20. Okay, so I got like an hour and a half before I gotta worry about that. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be doing some farming, best in slot stuff today. That's what we're gonna be doing. The boat! Wait, I need to go to Ogres. Ogres! Ooh, perfect timing, made it. Alright. What up, Jen? How you doing? Sorry, I couldn't see the chat for a minute there because my wife was in the way. She's looking for a paper on my desk, or was. Which is great. She looks like she cleaned up a lot of the papers that have been sitting on my desk. That's what it works out.
Try to cut this.
You made it here early, Jen. How you doing? Alright, got my windows like I like them now, I think. No, I do anyway. I'm doing pretty darn well, Jen. Thank you for asking. Thank you. I'm hurting, but you know, that's pretty normal. So I'm doing pretty well otherwise. It's feeling good. It's nice to be able to jump on some World of Warcraft. I am max level now, up until they increase the level cap again. If they increase the level cap again, which they very well might not. So I'm level capped and it feels good. Now I gotta go out there and do some farming, best in slot items, look for the best stuff, and farm up some gold for my mount. And then, after that, PvP. All the time, 100%.
Time is money, friend!
Maybe start another Druid character, kind of get used to that leveling thing. What in the world is this guy doing? Oh, it's a little priesty. Priesty. Ogres, that's where I needed to go. Glad I could help. Boom, 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 boom. really glad to be max level now. Camp Mohachi, where is that? It's not Ogre, I don't think. Is that Fairless? No, I don't think so. Oh, it is. Crap. I got to go to Fairless is where I got to go. So, how do I get there? I guess that's how I go there. It's pretty simple. I flew the wrong direction! Bum 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 bum. Pretty sure for one of these items, I have to like farm my own kind. Ow. I'm curious about something. Let's see. Power. 345. Let's take this off. Belgrim something or other, alright. Okay. Minecraft? I played a little bit of Minecraft. It was pretty... I mean, it went a lot deeper than I thought it would. I'll give it that. I couldn't get really big into it when I played games like Ark and whatnot before it. It's kind of hard, you know?
What do you need? What do you need? Down.
All right, baby.
I need to go too. No, you stay with Daddy.
See you in a little bit, baby. You got your papers?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll change that shirt.
Okay.
Excuse me, Sean.
Love you too, sweetie.
Love you, Sean. I love you.
Tell Shauna, I'll tell your mama I'll see you later.
See you later. I got a trash. I got back.
Well, good.
I found it.
I see.
I need a water.
Okay, baby. You gonna help Daddy out in here?
Excuse me. This is my banana.
Oh yeah, that's your mouse. My son's got a little bitty mouse sitting right next to him, and he helps Daddy on his game sometimes.
I'm helping you to run.
You're helping me to win.
Yeah. I'm winning. I'm starting to win for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
This turtle, I got turtle with me. Got the turtle. Hey, turtles walk.
Technically, this is a tortoise.
Tortoise?
Mhm.
Tortoise? Yeah, that's a tortoise. Tortoise can be safe. He will not fall. Hey, look, what's that sign?
That's a manticore. That's a bat, a lion, and a scorpion all in one.
Herbie? What's... Why he gets some wings?
That's because he's a manticore.
Look, what's
It's a
tail
bat,
back
the
there?
wings of a bat, the body of a leopard,
What's
the head of a
what's
lion,
that? What's
and the tail of a scorpion.
What's the
Scorpion
tail?
tail.
Scorpion tail? That's the legs. The legs keep
Mhm.
him walk. He can walk. He can help him fly. Just like a birdie.
What's what called, Jen?
Those feather.
The thing I'm riding? It's a manticore.
Daddy, make him move. Bye-bye.
Bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
That's mommy
Bye,
to you.
babies. Bye, baby. Bye, mommy. Bye. I'm starting. I'm starting so fast. I'm starting so fast. Whoa, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a forest. That's a forest. Daddy, that's a forest.
It's the forest of rocks.
Rocks? That's big. So
Mm-hmm.
much big. Is it that's well, he turned to the cheetah.
Because Daddy needed to run fast
Don't run
to catch
fast.
this elevator.
You get full. You get full. Daddy, you get full.
Nope, Daddy's not gonna fall.
You get
Almost looks like that rock's gonna fall.
bump. It hurts your head.
Daddy's not gonna fall. Shush.
Look, see? He will fall down there.
No.
Look at that. We're getting straight head. You're going to do the head. That you're going to do the head. That you're going to head. Rocks. This that. Turtle's doing on me. Daddy, is that your mouse?
Mm-hmm. This is my mouse. That's your mouse.
What's the button on my mouse?
It's the middle button, like this one for Daddy's, but it doesn't do much in the. Oh, it stops me from running it, auto running in the game.
I stopped running. I stopped running on my game. I stopped running. I stopped running.
Mm-hmm.
I used to stop running. And I go, what's that dead spider?
It's not a dead spider. That's a bush.
A bush?
Yep, just a ugly looking bush.
Is that a spider?
No, it's a dog.
What?
It's a hyena. That's a tiger. Well, it's a cougar.
It's the Ryu. It's the Ryu. Are you a cheetah again?
Mm-hmm.
Yours sounds like it. That's a cheetah back there. Oh, you bumped in the rock. Oh, Chris, you're gonna bump in rock. That you're
No.
gonna bump in rock.
No, I'm not.
That you do. What's that? What's that?
It's a flying snake.
Lion snake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh, what's that? The turbo dragon.
Oh my gosh.
I stopped
I love my
running.
son's excitement for this.
I stopped running. I stopped running. Look, I stopped running. Now we can go. Look, I pushed this button and can. I pushed this button. I pushed this button.
Mm-hmm.
We can run fast.
Super fast, huh?
What's that?
It's another flying serpent. There's a
It's
dog.
another snake flying. Another snake.
Mhm.
Is it another snake? Did you turn to the cheetah again? That's a tiger. That's a tiger.
Yep, tiger's trying to chase me, but he's not gonna catch me.
He's gonna chase you.
He tried.
Are we going in ahead? We're going in ahead, Daddy. We're going in ahead. Daddy, that's a castle. Looks like a castle before. Look! What's that here? What's that here?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of bad eye.
No. That's just a picture on D-Live.
Whoa! We're going in ahead.
This is where we are. And we're going up there to Fairless.
All the way over there.
Yep.
We're going in ahead over there. Well, we're going in the hill. We're going in the hill, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going in the hill too. What? What's that?
Fairless is a pretty zone. Look at how green it is. Yeah, Daddy's a cheetah.
Are you gonna catch bad guys?
If I see any, yes. Gonna catch and kill bad guys. Ouch.
And I see
Ouch.
people. What's that?
Ouch.
It's,
Ouch. Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
it's the
Forgot to.
wolf
This is a
behind-
really
it's
fast
the
wolf. Go
behind
away.
you.
Daddy saw the wolf. Shh.
You're dizzy. Look, get his speed.
Hey. Not quite so much.
How you doing? Getting speed. Stop. can't stop running.
Mhm.
I can't stop. Can't stop running. I can't stop running.
Well, it's good because you guys got somewhere to go.
See, look. My mouse doesn't have batteries. Oh,
Greetings.
look. My mouse doesn't have batteries. See, I have not a new batteries.
Let's see, this is Camp Mohachi, so maybe there's a druid trainer? Oh my gosh, how about that? Lucky me.
Ah,
Alright.
I've been expecting
My
you.
mouse
Seek
doesn't
further
have-
training.
My
Hurricane.
mouse doesn't have batteries.
Higher level moonfire. Shred coward. Dire bear form. That's a huge upgrade.
Dark in here. Dark in here, Daddy. Daddy. Dark in here.
Yeah, I know it's dark in here.
I stopped running. Look, I stopped running.
Innervate. So nice. Mark of the Wild 5. Also very nice.
Whoa! Daddy, look. Somebody's in your back. Somebody's in your back.
I guess I'll train these, but I really don't need them.
Somebody's in your back.
May the eternal God.
Alright, let me put all these new skills on my bar.
There's a
First
bad
things
guy.
first, let me go to bear form and see just how. No, they're not bad guys. Shush. These are good guys. Yep, good guys.
They're not good guys.
They're very good guys.
Very bad guys.
No, well, they're good guys.
What's that? What?
Blood and thunder.
Did you turn to a banana?
No, I didn't turn into a banana.
Yeah, you turned to a seal.
Go with honor.
Did you turn to
Oh, here's the person I need to speak with.
Lokta,
Lokta.
strength,
see that? You turned to a lion. You turned to a visible.
fight
You
well,
turned to
friend.
invisible. You get turned to
Alright.
invisible. You get turned to invisible. Guys,
Okay.
you get turned to
Let's get our new rank of. Well, let's get Hurricane out there first. New rank of Moonfire.
That's a campsite.
Oops.
That's a fire. That's a fire.
Mm-hmm. That is fire.
You cannot touch the fire.
That's right. You don't touch fire.
It can fire you. It can fire you, Daddy. It can fire you. Fire. Fire stance.
Nothing new there.
Just like
Innervate.
water.
Put that on number 6 for now. New Mark of the Wild. Very nice.
What famous?
The new Mark of the Wild that Daddy just got.
Are you disappeared?
Not yet.
Are you invisible? Are you invisible? Are you invisible? Are you invisible?
Mm-mm.
No? Are
No.
you a lion? Are you lying? Are you? Did you turn to a banana?
No.
Yeah, you are a banana. You look like a monkey.
Ooh, a flight path.
You look like a monkey, Dad. You turn to a monkey. You can turn to a monkey,
What's up?
Daddy. You can turn to a monkey. Daddy. Don't kill me.
Keep it real.
Daddy, did you shot me in the
Daddy didn't do any such thing. Now shush.
Who you be? See ya later. Later.
I'll do that kind of stuff later.
What brings you here?
I've still got some things I need to sell too.
I see you. That I see you. Sales of ramen.
Farewell.
Magic. You do magic.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
How may I aid you?
Steel is an owl. Steel is an owl. Daddy.
Can't believe I can't sell it. This is basically trash.
Steel is an owl. It's an owl. Steel is an owl. Is he an owl?
Walk with me.
I have just the thing for you.
You get your toy, cheetah, elephant, and a monkey.
Hey, that's an upgrade.
What? What, Daddy?
That's a better pair of boots for Daddy. Mm-hmm.
We shall meet
Oh,
again.
quest log is full.
Where? Where, Daddy? That looks like a boot. It looks like boot footprints. Boot footprints. I got boot footprints. That's footprints.
Well met. Walk with the earth.
That's Sandal's footprint. Sandal footprint. I got Sandal footprint. Sandal footprint.
Ew. See, some of these look. This one's a deep red quest. Thick Yeti hides. But that gives me an upgraded arm, or boot rather. West of here. Feral Scarred Veil. Alright, let's go look for the Feral Scarred Veil. What do we have down here? Rem totems. Evil torrents. here's some of those ogres I need to kill.
What, Daddy? Daddy, what? What?
Yeek.
Is that a monster?
Yes.
Is that a big guy? It's a big guy. Don't. That's a big guy. Did you turn the machine up? Did you turn it up?
Daddy's a lion right now. These guys don't have very much health, but they hit kind of hard. Yeah, they're not too bad.
Target.
10 mages, 10 ogres, and 5 brutes. So I guess brutes are the harder ones. That's good news, because that wasn't too tough to take down.
Are you a cheetah? Are you a banana? I did turn to a banana.
Let's see. You have a kid? Yeah, definitely have a kid here. Good gosh. You're not wrong about that. What's up, Mick? Is it Michael or is it Michael?
Michael. Michael. That's Michael.
Sean, shh. You're being a little too loud, Squirt.
Daddy.
Come on over here.
Michael.
I'm out of range.
I see lots of brutes. Where's the regular ones and the mages?
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Oh, he knocked her into the air. That ought to finish him, too. Go ahead and start healing. Alright, 2 brutes down. See maulers. I need mages. And regular ones. Are the regular ones the maulers? Said ogres. I'm gonna have to kill a mauler and find out. Here's another brute.
It's too far away.
Oi. I hear you. I appreciate the, yeah, no, Swampasaurus is where I usually farm for mounts, but I'm not super worried about it right now. Like, the spiders there are great for farming mounts, Michael. I couldn't pronounce your name because it's Dutch. Michiel? Michiel? Michiel. Now I gotta try. You're gonna have to phonetically. Because I knew some Dutch friends of mine that, like, I will give you this. Their names were really hard to pronounce. I'm probably mispronouncing. Sean, you're being too loud, Squirt. I'm gonna kill one of these maulers and see if this is what I need to kill. Oop. So I haven't seen a mage yet either. I'm really glad you're sitting here with me, Sean, but you gotta stop being so loud, okay? Just a little quieter, okay? Yes. These maulers attack fast. They're actually worse than the other ones. Okay, so I don't need to kill these guys because nothing came up here. A witch? No. No, Daddy is in his Tauren form. Alright.
I'm out of range.
Are you visible?
Yep, Daddy's invisible. Yep. That looks like a mage. That's a warlock. Huh.
Anybody can see you. Nobody can see you.
Unless they're really close, they can't see me.
Spiders can see you.
Spiders can see me? Yeah, maybe. Especially if they're really close. Alright, I see warlocks now, but not any quote-unquote mages.
There's the spiders and bad guys.
There must be another camp of them somewhere. Some slightly lower level ones. I'll keep my eye out. Let's see, almost. The I sound is good, only not followed by K sounds. This is where it gets hard. 'Cause I don't know how to write it down, but it's a throat sound that you push upper part of the mouth. It gives a chew. Michael? Like that? Oh, see, here's some more. More maulers. More warlocks. Is it Michiel? Or Michiel? Oh, that's cool. Hippogriffs. Maulers. I need mages and regular ones. The warlocks I don't think count. But I'm gonna kill a warlock real quick and just find out. Shrunk me. Oh, that's not that bad of a curse. Yeah, okay, that didn't count. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that curse though, because I don't want to be cursed. Battle Masters. Ooh. They're getting even worse. Shaman, Warlock. Mage Lord. I don't think that's what I need to kill. It just said mages. Shaman, Battle Master. I think I must have passed the part with the lower level stuff. These are slightly higher level. Sean, Daddy's got this. But I'm gonna keep looking around real quick. I vaguely remember something about a quest in here. No tickling Daddy right now.
Yeah.
Daddy will tickle you back.
He will tickle you back. What? The monsters are...
Well, I'm glad for that, Michiel. And I'll try to pronounce it right, but I'll probably mess it up. So there will be times I'll probably call you Michael, just because, you know, like you said, I'm English, and honestly, I do my very best to appreciate other cultures. Because I know that a lot of Americans are really bad about appreciating other cultures. Like, Americans as a whole, not all of us obviously, but Americans as a whole are pretty bad about being respectful to other cultures and other cultures. I got other ways of life, I guess. Other cultures. Point is, like, I've seen it happen several times where it's someone will be like, all right, hey, where do you live? Oh, I live in, Australia or something like that. And they'll be like, where do you live? And they'll be like, oh, I live in Idaho. And the guy's just like, what? Like, everybody is supposed to not only know the United States, but know every state in the United States. Right? That's why whenever someone asks, where are you from? I usually say, oh, I'm from East Coast United States. That way they know United States and not, South Carolina. Like, they're supposed to know. And don't get me wrong. A lot of other countries know all 50 states, too. Because, I mean, they're just educated well and they're cultured really well. But I think it's rude to expect someone else to just know that. Does that make sense? So I tried my best, anyway, to be cultured and show that respect. All the stuff over here is 4 levels higher than me, so it's good that I have stealth that lets me get through without having to fight everything. Oh, here we go. There's the Yeti. So I need to start killing these guys for that quest. Ooh! Yeah, I mean, it's a shame, but that's how a lot of Americans are. And it's not like they do it on purpose, it's just, how we're raised. It's like, other countries are raised knowing to respect and be able to hold a conversation with anyone in the world. Americans are raised, a lot of the time, I feel like all they're ever going to talk to is other Americans. So they just, everything's so internalized. And to me, it's not on purpose or anything, but it just sounds so conceited, Like, we don't need to think about, if you're speaking with someone in Australia or Africa or whatever, don't need to consider the fact that maybe they don't know where that state is. Tell them, that you're in the United States, so that way they know, okay, then you can tell them what state you're from or whatever, and it doesn't sound like you're being a jerk. I should have brought more drinks. These Yetis, I'm going to need to heal after each one, probably. I agree 100%, Mikhail. We can learn a lot from each other. And like I said, I've got some Danish friends. I've got some Dutch friends. I've got some Dutch people that, like, I've got one Dutch. I want to call him a friend, but honestly, he's kind of a dick. He's not the best example, but all but one person I've met from, as far as Dutch people goes, were awesome people. But I know one person who's kind of a dick. And he joins in on Twitch still every once in a while, comes in chat, but he's an interesting person. But everybody has them, every place that you possibly can go to in the world has a few people like that, I'm sure. And America is no exception. We got plenty of jerks over here too. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Nice, easy kill. Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, and that's just like some of the Americans. They're just like a closed group of people. That's not necessarily a bad thing, per se. It's just, you know, introverted, like they just don't speak with outsiders very much. And that's a good way to put, I guess, a lot of generalized Americans as a whole. There are a lot of us that are great people, and it's not like they do it on purpose, but a lot of people just don't respect cultures because they're naturally kind of introverted, like they just don't know the other culture very well.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Those bleeds, man, they add up to be a lot of damage over time. I'm so happy. Yeah, Daddy is pretty happy. Daddy loves Sean, and Daddy enjoys playing World of Warcraft and likes having Sean here to play with him.
I need to get closer.
Okay.
I need a target.
The farmer doesn't know he... Oh, what the farmer doesn't know he won't eat. Yeah, that's pretty clever. I like that saying. Holy crap, that guy's still
I'm
coming.
out of range. I need to get closer.
Eek! Excuse me, Mr. Enraged Trail Scar, could you not? That'd be great, thanks. Ooh, nice, new health potion. Dang, this guy walks all over the place. May have to kill him next, because he's got a heck of a walking path here. Sean, now you're making too much noise with all that.
You said the angel.
Bet you this one's gonna enrage when he gets a little lower on health. That'll make him a lot more dangerous too. Let's go ahead and find out. There it is. Ooh, he's hitting hard and fast. Oh my goodness.
I don't have it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty scary when he gets that low. At least I killed him though, so now I don't have to worry about him quite as much. Have you ever had Waffles? It's a Dutch thing that most foreigners really like. Like, I don't know. Describe them to me. I've had lots of different kinds of food. I've had Indian, Lebanese, Persian, Chinese. Most people have had Chinese. What else? Japanese, Korean food, Indian. I think I already said Indian. Lebanese. I might have already said Lebanese. Mexican, but I'm married to a Mexican, so I mean. Italiano. Lots of people have had Italian, though. Anyway, I've had lots of different kinds of foods. I don't know if I've had Stroop Waffles. I missed it. What did you say his name? Michiel. Or Michiel. He says pretty close. So either it's pretty close or I'm right, I don't know. But hopefully that's pretty close. I'm just trying to be respectful, though. Michiel? Is that right? Is that the perfect one? Ooh, that was a good crit. See that Yeti hiding in a bush? That Yeti thinks he's slick. Like I ain't gonna notice him. Like I might accidentally trip on him. That Yeti thinks he's slick. It's like two thin waffles with thick syrup inside. Oh yeah. I've had those. It's pretty darn good. I do not usually like breakfast foods, but I've had those and they're pretty good. My wife has had them too and she liked them. She also likes strudels, although that's more of a German thing, and she likes crepes. And I don't know where crepes are from. I don't know if they're a French thing or where crepes are from. I like crepes too. And I'm not real big on breakfast foods, but crepes are freaking nice. They taste delicious.
I'm out of range.
Alright, now I feel like I gotta get this right. I'm gonna try it again. Alright, so Michiel. I probably said that wrong. This is gonna be the weird stream where everybody learns, like if anybody who watches this stream in the future, they're gonna learn how to say your name. They're gonna learn how to say it right. I had a Greek buddy of mine. It took me a while, but I learned how to say his name. It was Panagiotis, and that was all just his first name. He had a whole last name too that I learned how to pronounce, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. I remember his first name was Panagiotis, and that was a really cool name. That's a very unique name. Oh, I didn't get the stun in.
It's
Yeah, that's right. That's the crepes. Or crepes. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right either, to be 100% honest with you, but I like those. They're good. My wife likes them. And we've had stroop waffles, but I don't know if that's what we called them. But the waffles filled with like a thick syrup, it was good. But I don't know if they were called stroop waffles at the place that we had them. I don't know if they were even authentic waffles, because if I recall right, I think we had them. I don't. It might have been an IHOP. It might have been a place like IHOP that served breakfast all night long. And it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't quite get it right, you know.
I'm out of range.
Either way, they were good though. I enjoyed them. I certainly try to be interested in other cultures, or at the very least, even if I'm not interested per se, I try to be respectful. To me, that's just common courtesy to be respectful of another culture.
I need a target.
But I've had the good fortune to live all over the place. Like, I lived in Japan, too, and that was a really cool place to live for a while. The waffles here, it's not like a breakfast thing, but more to have with coffee or tea. So sort of like a snack almost, like a tea time. Like in England, it's parts of England anyway, and Canada, there's times that they have like tea and crumpets, or tea and biscuits, like a snack time where they relax and just, you know, have a little bit of coffee or tea, and they have some biscuits or crumpets or crackers or whatever. So it's sort of like that. I've found that cultures that have that little break in the middle of the day, and apparently even at work they have that in Canada. I knew this one guy who said they have tea time in Canada, and that's different than lunchtime. It's a different break. And I was like, what? You have an extra like 20-minute break for tea time? And he's like, yeah, it's a mandatory thing. And I was like, what? That sounds so cool. And like, I don't know if this ever contributed to it, but think about it. How many mad Canadians have you ever known? How many disrespectful or mean Canadians have you ever known? I can answer right now. I bet you don't know more than like 2 at most. Almost every Canadian I ever met was nice. And that whole mandatory tea time, I think that has something to do with it. How was it to live there? It was 25 years ago, or 26 years ago that I lived in Japan. And I will say this, I would love to go back and visit. I don't think I'd like to live there again, because they have no insulation in a lot of their buildings. Oh crap, he saw me. This one's a higher level too. This one's going to be a scary one. Before he goes and raids, I'll have to make sure I'm pretty good on health. He's a level higher, he's a lot harder to hit and a lot harder to hurt. And once he goes in raids, he's going to hurt a lot. But yeah, no, there was no insulation in a lot of the walls in Japan, and that was just a normal thing. Like, it was really cool, don't get me wrong. I was so glad I had the opportunity to live there and to get to know that culture. I'd love to go back and visit again someday. But I don't know for sure that I'd want to live there again. That's a good thing I topped off my health before that guy, because, I mean, he was hitting hard.
Not enough mana.
Ooh, I can't even go into my form. I better go ahead and stop and take a drink. But yeah, no, and I'll tell you a couple other things. Like, in Japan, if you wanted to have a hot shower or a hot bath, you had to literally, like, they don't have water heaters to stay on all the time. They have water heaters that you turn on like a light switch. So if you want to have a bath, you basically either take a cold bath or you go flip that switch for your water heater, and it's a very small one too. It's very small. It's just enough to fill up the tub one time. And their tubs, I'm not talking about not like a normal size bathtub, like a big guy can sit in it. Their tubs were little, trying to think of an example, like a no, that's a bad example. Let me think. Well, the tub that we had was like 2 foot by 2 foot. So maybe 2.5 by 2.5 feet. It was a square. It wasn't. It was a square tub, and it was really tall, but you couldn't spread out in it. Like you had to sit in it Indian style. Like that's the way you took a shower in Japan where we were. And if you want a hot bath, you had to flip the water heater on like 30 minutes before you got in to take your bath. Or guess what? You're taking a cold bath. That's just how it worked. They're a lot more energy conservative over there. Let's see. What else? If you think you like top ramen, I'll tell you right now, like, those little ramen packages you get or whatnot, no. I loved those when I was a kid, right? I loved them when I lived in Charleston and Beaufort, and I loved ramen. Until I went to Japan and ate at an authentic ramen shop, right? And then I realized, you know what? That just spoiled me. For the rest of my life, I'll never see top ramen the same. Now, granted, I'm not a giant fan of top ramen anymore either, because I'm a broke guy at stages of my life where I've had way too much ramen because I was too broke to afford anything else. But I will say, like, we ate at a ramen shop, and those things, it was amazing. And here's the coolest part, right? We weren't very hungry when we went there. Or at least, not all of us. Mom and Dad weren't very hungry. I wasn't very hungry, but my baby sister was fussing and moaning and whining, and my big brother was a little bit hungry too. So, this is when Mom and Dad decided, all right, well, you know what, let's stop. We'll get something to eat. We'll go stop at this ramen shop. Well, we all ordered small bowls. We figured, all right, we'll all get one. We could share them. No big deal. La-da-da-da-da-da-da. These small bowls, I'm telling you, they were the manliest size small bowl you've ever seen in your life. The small bowl was the size of like a normal dinner plate wide, and it was like 3 times taller than your normal bowl. It was a man-sized bowl. That was a small. It was huge. It was as big as a dinner plate around, and it was like 6 inches or 7 inches tall. It was giant. None of us finished our small ramen. And it was so delicious. It had little pieces of seaweed floating around, and it was amazing. That doesn't make it sound good, but believe me, it was freaking amazing. It tasted so good. And so finally, like, Mom and Dad are joking, right? They're cutting up at the table, and of course, us kids are joining in a little bit too, but we're much younger at the time. They're like, if this is a small, I'd hate to see the large. Well, we were sitting there eating our soup, trying our best to finish it, and by the way, in Japan, to show respect for the chef, you slurp a little bit. You slurp or you chew out loud. Basically, that's like a show of respect, saying that, hey, I enjoyed the food so much that, I guess I'm slurping it to try to get it down. I don't know the exact connotation for it, but that's like a thing in respect. So, but it was freaking amazing. But anyway, like I was saying, we stayed there probably about 15 more minutes. I don't know exactly how long it was because it's been so long now. And we got to see what a large bowl was. I kid you not, a sumo wrestler walks in and he orders a large. And the lady who saw us laughing about the size of the bowl, we're like, holy crap, this is a small. At first, Mom's like, I think you gave us the wrong size. We all wanted small bowls. And she's like, that is our small, the lady. And she spoke pretty good English. But, I mean, you could tell it was still a little bit of a language barrier because it wasn't her primary language. But anyway, so we got to see a large bowl. The sumo wrestler comes in. He orders a large. A couple guys come out. They pick up the table. They take the table into the back of the restaurant. 6 guys. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 guys come out holding a bowl that has a handlebar all the way around the outside edge of the bowl. And they carry this bowl over and they put it in this little pocket, this little hole in the ground that was underneath the table. That's when we all looked and we saw, oh, we have a hole under our table. That's to fit the base of these bowls. This ginormous, huge, gigantic, titanic bowl. And then on top, it came out empty. That bowl was too heavy, apparently, too heavy to send out full. So people start coming in there with buckets of soup, and pouring the buckets of soup into this man's bowl. And that was a large ramen, by the way.
Are you visible?
Yes, Daddy's invisible. It was insane!
Why?
That dude probably sat there, had to have been sitting there all day eating that one bowl of soup. I can't imagine. You need to take, like, meal breaks for your meal. What is this? It was insane! That was probably the craziest thing I'd ever seen. That was a large bowl of soup.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, it was absolutely insane. My son's getting a kick out of it, at least.
Daddy, you're silly.
Yeah, Daddy's a little silly. I'm a brat.
Yeah.
But that was the large bowl. I swear to goodness, that was like that. It was an impressive sight to behold.
I'm visible.
Yes. Shh.
It's too far away.
Ooh, those crits. Crits are nice.
What, Daddy? It's dead.
Yes, I know. I killed that one. Now Daddy's fighting this one.
Are you dead?
And now that one's dead.
Two of them. Two of them are dead.
Yep.
That's each of those.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool story. And see, that's the big thing. My dad was in the Navy, and that's why we had to go to Japan. Because we had the choice. Dad's like, all right, here's the deal. We can go over to Japan for a 2-year tour of Japan. That's for my work. And I can take all the kids, but we have to leave the dogs behind. Because they won't let us take dogs over to Japan. I don't know why, but they just wouldn't, I guess. So we had to leave the dogs with Grandma and Grandpa. Or we could go live with Grandma and Grandpa for 6 months, and Dad could do a tour to Cuba, I think it was. But that would be for a whole year that we would be without Dad. So we sat down as a family, and we all decided, we love our dogs. Oh, we love our dogs so much. But we love Daddy more than the dogs, so we're going to go over to Japan with Daddy and spend those 2 years over there with him. And then we're gonna come back and we'll pick up our dogs from Grandma and Grandpa. So that's what we did as a family. We all moved to Japan, and it was a really awesome experience because not a whole lot of people can say that they've gone and lived in Japan. So it's really cool that I can say that we did. You're a ghost. That's not good.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, Daddy's finishing this.
Target.
No, Daddy's not looking for spiders yet. Daddy needs 2 more of these guys' big old fat hides.
It looks so bad.
If Daddy sees a bad guy, then Daddy will fight a bad guy too, yeah.
Yay! We'd be happy.
Japan was very interesting. Oh, and beef over there? Beef is like treasure. So having steak in Japan means you're basically rich. They got sushi, which is awesome. They got lots of different kinds of sushis, and they were really good. And they got all different kinds of ways to do cabbage, and they got all kinds of different ways to do rice, and all that tastes great. But they don't have very much beef. You can go to a McDonald's and order like a Big Mac, but they're pretty darn expensive compared to what they are over here. Like, for dollars, they would be like a $12 to $14 Big Mac, right? And that's just for the Big Mac burger, which you can get over here in America for like $4. So and I mean in American, it would be like $12 to $14 for a Big Mac, because they don't have enough space over there to raise very many cattle. So a lot of their beef is imported, and not a whole lot of it is grown naturally in Japan. But they got all kinds of fish dishes. They got some pork dishes. I mean, they got all kinds of dishes. I mean, like any other culture, there's just lots of different kinds of food. But beef is not very common, so getting yourself like a steak dinner over there is very, very expensive. Now, Dad was in the military, like I said, so what we were sort of lucky. Sean, to get beef normally in Japan was very, very expensive. However, we got to go to this place called the commissary, which is where all the military guys shop. It was basically like a big IGA or food store, but it was for the military people only. And at the commissary, they made sure the rates for steaks and the rates for stuff was basically what it would normally be. For milk, steak, everything. The military ate the cost of shipping it in, because they shipped it in bulk. So Daddy would get, because my dad loved his steak. Oh my gosh, yes he did. He would get these filet mignon, and he'd get these big old steaks and T-bone steaks and da-da-da-da-da-da. And we would eat steaks, right? And our backyard, where we had to grill, was like 6 foot by 10 foot. That's the whole yard. Our entire yard was like 6 foot wide by 10 or 12 foot long. So it was, as you can imagine, it's like the size of a decent sized porch, like a big porch. But that's our whole backyard. And every time, and like all the houses were multiple floors basically. We had a house that was like 3 stories high, and it was really cool. Very small stories, but still 3 stories high. And on all 3 sides of our backyard were 3 other houses, right? So Dad would go out and he'd start cooking steak, and 2 of our neighbors would poke their heads through the windows, and they'd be like, "Oh, what are you eating?" You know, and I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but they could speak a little English. And what Dad would do, to be nice, because most of the neighbors had little dogs. One of them had, I think, a little cat, and then the other 2 neighbors had little dogs. And, of course, we didn't have any dogs, and what we used to do before we moved to Japan is we'd give our scraps to our dogs when we're done eating. So, Dad, to be nice, would take our steak scraps, what we had left over, you know, the bones, the fat, you know, most of the fat, and whatever we didn't eat, because, good God, before, you know, when I was young, we would waste a little bit of food, and it's so bad to say. Because now I feel so horrible wasting anything. I don't waste food in my household anymore. But when I was a kid, we did. It just sounds so bad to talk about like that. But it's a fact. We did. So what Dad would do is, to be nice, he would take the steak scraps, the leftovers, filet mignon and T-bone or whatever we had that night, over to our Japanese neighbors and be like, "Here, these are for your dog." And then he'd point at the dog or whatever, so that way, because I remember one time I went with him, and the guy wasn't very well understanding what we were doing, but we were offered him steak. And see, he seemed so, domo arigato. And he was bowing, and he was so thankful for the steak. And we're just like, wow, he must really love his dog. Well, come to find out later, they came over like a few days later. Steak was so good. Yum, yum. Thank you so much. Oh, delicious. Yum, yum. And so what I guess either they didn't understand or they didn't care, because the dog didn't get that steak scraps. They ate the steak scraps, and they loved it. So it was pretty cool. But, I mean, it felt a little bad. So what we did later is Dad bought steaks and everything, and we invited the neighbors over to have steak dinner with us on occasions. And I'm telling you what, you never saw a little Japanese man's face light up like when he sat down at our table. And the tables were weird, right? You sat down on the floor, and there was a spot, just like in that restaurant, there was a hole in the ground where you put your feet. So we would all sit on the floor, and then inside that little hole in the ground, there was like a heater, like a fireplace, a kerosene heater. So literally in the cold winter, you'd sit down on the floor and put your feet in this hole, in this depression in the ground, I guess you could say, and it would heat you up. while you ate dinner. It was really cool. And you sat on pillows on the floor if you didn't like just sitting flat on the floor. We had these real thick, not thick like large, but thick like they did not squish like your head pillows down, like really hard pillows or whatever, sort of. I don't know if I'm describing them real well, but we would sit on those. Anyway, so we'd invite the neighbors over one at a time, you know, every, you know, I don't know, once or twice a month we'd invite a neighbor over and they'd eat with us, and I'm telling you, their faces would light up. They get to eat some steak, and that was a big deal in Japan because, like I said earlier in the conversation, they didn't really have cows over there very often. Like, very few places raised cows, and it was very expensive to import any kind of steak, so steak was a big deal. And they loved it. The first time we went to give their neighbors, each time we went to give them scraps, I think maybe one of the neighbors actually fed the scraps to his pet, maybe begrudgingly, I don't know, but I know both the other neighbors came over at some point. Thank you, so good, very good, yum yum, delicious. And that's when we learned that they ate the scraps. They didn't give it to their animals. So Dad, to be nice, because Dad, I mean, he'd give the shirt off his back to somebody if he felt like they needed it. That's always just been how my dad was. So later, just to be nice, he told him, come on over. Where did we purchase the steaks? Oh, earlier I was talking about how you can't really get meat in Japan. It's very expensive. Like, to get a steak over there, it'd be like an $80 or $100 meal. It was silly. But since Dad was in the Navy, they also had a Navy commissary, right? A commissary is like a grocery store, but it's only for the Navy. Or only for the military, I should say. So over there, the military ate the cost of bringing over the steaks and bringing over this, that, or other. So you could get your steak, or whatever you'd normally eat over there, your milk and your steak and your cheese and da-da-da-da-da, at what you were normally, what the normal prices that you were used to in America. They might have been a little bit more expensive. Maybe they were like New York priced or whatever. But point is, they were still, it wasn't like trying to get steak as a normal Japanese person or non-military. The commissary ate the cost of bringing all that food over, and we got to get our steak at pretty decent prices. And Dad had to have his steak, so he'd get filet mignon, and Mom loved her T-bone. So we'd have steak once or twice a week at least. And that, as a kid, like, you know, as a kid, I didn't have defined taste buds, right? I liked like my macaroni and cheese steak night. Oh man! But now as an adult, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't appreciate that steak so much more than I do now. Like, if Dad says, hey, I'm having steak tonight, man, our family is packing up and we're gonna go get some damn steak tonight. But I'm telling you, as a kid, I didn't appreciate it, because to me, as a kid, that didn't have very well defined taste buds or whatever. You like chicken nuggets, you like your chicken strips and your hamburgers and your macaroni and cheese and blah da 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 da. But you grow up and you realize just how good that dang steak was. Whoo! You start feeling bad about all those times steak again, Dad, man, what a first world problem, right? Oh, steak again? Jeez. Makes me sound so horrible. Freaking first world problems. Can't believe we're having steak again. This sucks. Right? That's dumb. Okay, so these are very deep red mobs that are also elite. I'm not killing these. Probably. But these are also dire maul mobs, so this is definitely not the ogres that I need. I was a crazy kid. Oh man, I'm telling you, I didn't like steak, but then again, we had steak a lot. Do you guys have steak like 2 or 3 times a week? Because we did all throughout, like, it was steak or fettuccine alfredo, because Dad's part Italian, right? So he has to have his Italian. It's fettuccine alfredo or linguine or even spaghetti, you know. It's got to be something Italian, and once or twice a week, and steak 2 or 3 times a week. So we liked, I liked the simple foods. Even when I go out now, which isn't often, because I'm so broke, I still rarely order steaks because, you know, a hamburger's harder to mess up than a steak. It's a hamburger. Come on, for cripe's sake, it's just silly. I'll order a hamburger usually because it's so much cheaper and it's so much easier to not mess up. But whenever Dad says I'm cooking steak, you want to come over and have a piece? I'll be like, Dad, we'll see you in 10 minutes. Pack up the kid. We're going over to Ted's. We're gonna get ourselves some steak. And we do, and that's good. All right, where are these other ogres that I'm supposed to find and kill? No cloak sheen. All right. I get my beef at a local Arab shop. It's cheaper there because Arabs don't eat. Yeah, true. They don't eat very much cow meat. Like they'll eat goat, like a kufta kebab. That's an Arab dish, and it's good. I like it. That's a pretty common one. And that's a beef, but it's a very small amount of beef. What else? They have a lot of pork dish. Well, maybe not very many pork dishes, but they have a lot of goat dishes, and they have. I don't really know what they have a whole lot of. Come to think of it, they just don't eat much steak. Like I had an Iraqi. I guess that's not the same as Arab though. I had an Iraqi partner, and we had some stew that he made out of beef, but he used very little beef, and it turned out really good. It was delicious. You've never had goat? Goat's pretty good. It's I mean, I guess I would sort of compare it to deer if you've had deer. It's not that much different than beef, really. It definitely has a little bit of a different flavor, but it's not bad. I enjoyed it. We got Grim Totems over there. So, can I just come down here and, like, kill these guys? Is that how that quest starts? Because there's a quest to kill these guys, but I didn't see it. Hello, Mr. Grim Totem Raider. You don't look happy about that. What the heck? He webbed me? He's a raider. You're gonna web me, then you're gonna run? Yeah, okay. Sean, quit bumping Daddy's arm. Here, go do that over there if you're gonna do that. There's a Mexican stew that is traditionally made with goat, and he loves it. Oh yeah, no, yeah. My wife and my sister's. This is gonna sound weird. My sister's boyfriend's brother's wife. So I guess my wife and my sister's sister-in-law. I guess that's pretty accurate. Anyway, they ended up talking about the goat stew and all sorts of American dishes that they, or I mean not American, Mexican dishes that they enjoy. What are you fussing about? You better not needing a spanking. Are you getting mad? No. Alright then.
I'm out of rage.
Yeah, let me kill this dragon, see how tough it is. lot of these little dragons over here. Oh, I assumed you meant that, Jen. 'Cause I know your husband's Mexican. Oh, so we got wood paws. We got gnolls over here. Do I have a quest to kill any of these? I think I do. Yeah, war on the wood paw. Okay. Excuse me, where are you going? Nowhere, that is the correct answer. We got a mongrel, which is even a weaker one. I enjoy stew, Michiel, but I like burgers better. I like a nice meaty stew, and whatever stew that was that my Iraqi partner made that one time was really, really delicious. Like, you eat that with, you don't even, the weirdest part, when we ate that stew, we didn't eat it with utensils. We didn't use a fork or a spoon. You know what we ate that stew with? We ate that stew with bread. Like, we would grab some naan bread, which was, oh my gosh, naan bread is so good if you've ever had it. It's bread cooked in a clay oven. Oh, it's so good. But you rip off a piece of that naan bread and you hold it between like your index and your middle finger and your thumb, and then you pinch part of the stew with your naan bread, and then you eat that piece of naan bread with the stew in it. It's really good. Oh, so good. I remember Puerto Rico. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's Johnny Depp. That's my wife's, probably her favorite actor. He plays in so many roles. If you look up Johnny Depp, you would not realize how many roles he's played in that you just had no idea that was him. At least that's how it was for me. I looked up, like, after Pirates of the Caribbean, like, that was one of his, I don't want to say breakout roles, because he's had so many other roles where he was good at, but after Pirates of the Caribbean, you kind of take another look, and then you realize just how much he's played in. Go away, mongrel. I'm killing this trapper.
I'm out of range.
Oh, you netted me, really? I'm gonna kill both these trappers.
It's too far away.
That should finish that one off. Oh, I'm low on mana. Time to start bopping him. This one netted me too. I'm not real thrilled with the whole being netted. What's going on, Simplify? How you doing, brother? And by himself, this trapper's weak. Weak sauce. I I keep on hitting him, so I get this clear casting state every once in a while. Allows me to cast a free spell, so I'm using it on regrowth. Start out with low health and no mana. Finish the fight with full health and full mana. That sounds like a druid, doesn't it? Oh, God. What? Miss. Sit down. Finish military training and finally have time to... Oh, yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it, Simper? I remember you went off to, like, boot camp. Oh, man, it's been a minute, bro. It's good to have you back. We're gonna be playing some classic World of Warcraft, my brother. I really hope you get the time to come and play with us some. But I realize you might have some tours going on and whatnot. And that takes priority. Real life comes first all the time, brother. But if you can, come play some World of Warcraft with us. That'd be amazing. I'll just start working on the mongrel a little bit. Crap, a brute. Alright, that should kill that one. Resisted. I don't think you're being cute, do you? I can take 3 at the same time. That's nice to know. Still have pretty good mana when I'm done too. What is this? Disease. Time between attack. Ugh. Ugh. That's yucky. Got shipped out to boot camp. Alright. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, oh yeah, and I'll always be here. I fell in love with the community that we've built up. And if you guys got kicked out of the Discord server, I mean, just let me know. I'll get you guys a new Discord link. I know one of our mods went rogue and like kicked everybody out of the Discord server. But by all means, my community is, of course, always welcome. So let me know. I'll get you a Discord link. You guys can rejoin on the Discord server. But I love the community too much, so I'll probably never stop streaming. Like, I can't imagine not streaming, really. I just enjoy it too much.
I need to get closer.
Man, these quest items are not very common to drop.
It's too far away.
You think you're gonna be clever, but casting magic on me. Oh, and healing too. You are a pain in the butt.
I'm out of range.
Man, not many classes are able to do this. Take mob after mob or accidentally pull extra and be able to stand and take it. Especially when a 3 or 4 levels higher. There goes another quest item. Ooh, that crushing maul's nice. That thing's worth a gold. I need to fight, what was that, a Reaver? Or, no, that was the Mystic that gave me the maul, I think. Need to fight some more of those. Speaking of which, wonder if I can start off with a big old crit. Nope. Still a good bit of damage to start off with. Just a lot of mana on that heal, and you're just gonna lose it again. Now you're out of mana and all that health you just healed up is gone again. Where are you going? Kind of annoying though, because I almost have to kill these guys like twice. There we go, another quest item.
I'm out of range.
Oh, the family's been doing pretty good. Thank you so much for asking, Simplify. We've been doing alright. Like, I'm still hurting and whatnot. I'm still busted up from the injury a while back, but I can't really complain. And if I did, no one would listen. You know how it is. So we make it. We always gotta be doing our best. I'm still very blessed to be here. Ooh, another good item. Might have to find something to drop here soon. Oh, you know what? I just thought about something. I could put this on my gloves since that's the best in the slot. Nice, extra armor. That might be the best chest for me. I'm curious of something real quick. Give me just 1 second. Bum, 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 bum. There's a slightly better one. Let me check one more thing too. As long as I'm looking at stuff. I looked up what I might want to like focus on trying to get. So I want to see the comparison. Yeah, see, that's a pretty darn good pair of boots right there. Super rare though, so let's see about this one. Tough call. Tough call. For right now, I'll just keep killing these guys. Reaver Mystic Alpha. No worries, man. It was really good having you, Simplify. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the World of Warcraft stream, and I hope that you decide when you get some time to come play with us. That would be amazing.
I'm out of range.
Alright, we got 5 of them now. Oh, God bless you. We're not far from town. I'm gonna go sell some stuff in town because I'm out of inventory space. Finish him just fine. Ooh, another one. It was really good having you here, though, Simplify. I don't know, you probably already left by now. And if that's the case, sorry I didn't get that out earlier.
I need to get closer.
Now they all want to drop their mains. Let's see. Place to sell stuff.
What brings
This will
you
work
here?
just fine. Almost a gold, and that's worth a gold and 20 silver. That's good money to be made right there. I'll take those upgraded boots, thank you very much. What were the boots that I was gonna get that were allegedly the best boots? Let me see. Oh, these are the boots. The mark of quality. Improved quality. Oh, nice. Yes, I do want that. Oh, Rage Scar Yeti? Oh, ha ha. That's the mean ones. Okay, yeah, I do want that, though. That's good. Eek. Alright, well, I've upgraded this pair of boots. Let me go ahead and get rid of the old one. I guess these are the best boots I'm gonna get too, so I might as well put, where is it? Oh, it's in this pack. Put those on that. Free up another inventory slot. Oops. No, go away, brute. I'll come back and deal with you in a little bit. I'm dealing with the mongrel right now. It's the mongrels that give you the disease. That's no good. take a greater mana potion. Yes, I will.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Alright, still need one more of their mains.
I need to get closer.
Let's hear from our lurkers in the chat. How many of you guys do want to join up with us and become part of our guild when the servers go live, like for realsies? What class am I going to play on live, Ducat? A Druid. They're underrated, I get it, but I'm still going to play them. I love them. I fell in love with their toolkit back in the Burning Crusade. Hola, Fragmentes. Wait, did I say that? Fragmentize. How you doing? Hola, mi broski. Still need one more hide.
I'm out of range.
How am I on? I got access to their beta server a long time ago. Like, I'm I've had access to their beta since about 3 days after it went live, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so glad I got on it. Like, it's hard to really become attached to these characters because we know we're gonna lose the characters, but still, I've been so appreciative to Blizzard for letting me jump on and play, along with a bunch of other people. I'm level 40, which is the max level right now in the beta. So I'm just like farming for some best in slot gear for level 40 so I can go back into PvP. I just hit 40 yesterday. Oh no, they never said their characters are gonna carry over, their levels are gonna carry over. No, these characters will be deleted. They will start fresh. We don't get to keep these characters. That's why, I mean, like I said, it's hard to become attached to them, but we're not going to be able to keep any of these, because that would be unfair, like, really shitty. But yeah, no, we don't get to keep them. In my link on YouTube, because I'm live on YouTube as well, Fragmentized, there was a way to opt in. I don't know if they're still sending out any more open beta or closed beta invites, because there was never a code. But, I mean, there's an opt-in website there, which I assume you probably already opted in. That's probably why you have the... Oh, there's the last one I needed. Ooh, inventory full. I need that. I definitely need that, Here, I don't need this cured ham steak or whatever. I need that mage weave. Yeah. Well, you can download it today, but it opens up technically tomorrow, on the 19th, and it goes on for like 2.5 days, something like that. I'm gonna be on there too. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing with some of my buddies, hopefully, that did not get into the beta. I'm looking forward to being able to play with them, so that way when we get into the classic, like real live launch, we can play together. Yep, they're gonna have a stress test going on tomorrow for a few days. That's exactly what we're talking about, Ducat. Well, that's what we're talking about on Twitch right now. Fragmentize is asking or talking about it, Ducat. And Ducat's on YouTube, so I mean sometimes if you hear me talking to someone who doesn't look like they're there in chat, that's because I'm talking to either YouTube or Twitch or maybe even D-Live. So I'm streaming on D-Live as well. I think that's the graveyard if you die here. Oh, what to sell, what to sell. No, one thing I can sell is this chain armor. I don't know if I have anything else to sell.
Ah, I have just the thing for you.
Oh, what do you have for me? Some soothing spices, perhaps? Mmm, so delicious. Mwah. No, I don't want your spices. I have just the thing for you. Some tiger meat. You're welcome. Some wild vine. You're very welcome.
Winds be at your back.
No, we don't know, Mikhail, how long the closed beta is going to last. I assume, and this is just an assumption, do not take me at my word, but I assume it will probably last close to until the August 13th. And I'll see you around Fragmentize, hopefully pretty soon. But yeah, I assume it'll be around the 13th, because that's when they're going to allow people to log on to create their characters, but not play yet. And then on the 27th, the servers go live. I'll tell you part of the reason why they're doing that, by the way. It's a tip that no one is recognizing. They're allowing you to subscribe early, 2 weeks early, to create your characters, to get a feel for how many people will be on live launch. So that way they know about how many servers they need to have up. So even though I know that's sort of wasting 2 weeks of a subscription if you're not subscribed, I advise everybody who wants to play subscribe sometime around August 13th to the 27th. Even if it's not right on the 13th, maybe you can do it on the 20th or whatever. Like a week in advance. So that way they know about how many servers they need to have live. So that way they're not trying to shortchange us. Because you know Blizzard. You know Blizzard. I got nothing against them. But they are a company. And you know how they work. They're going to shortchange you and try a minimum mentality. They're going to go as little as they can until it's proven that they need something bigger. Now, I'm stealthing here for a minute because I got to go get a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yes, there will be layering for the beginning and the first day, but it's still going to be quite a cluster, if you know what I mean. It's still going to be pretty crazy that first day. There's going to be two giant hurdles that first day to try to play the game. One, logging on. Because you know Blizzard, I love them. I'm so glad they're doing it officially, bringing back Classic and whatnot. But they're going to try it as little as possible. They're going to shortchange us. They're going to do fewer servers than they think they need. They're going to scale it up because they don't want to waste money, right? They're a company. I get that. But it's kind of annoying. That'll be issue number one on day number one. Issue number two will be getting past the masses because you're also going to have to be fighting over mob spawns, fighting over quest items, fighting over this, that, and other to try to get it first. So you can get ahead of the masses. It's gonna be very important. It'll be like the launch of BC, maybe. I wasn't there right for the very beginning of BC, but I bet it would. I bet that's how it was. How about the first land? What was Hellfire Peninsula? I bet that place was crowded as hell. First day of BC. People were probably fighting all over the place for mobs. I bet it was pretty crazy. Oop! No, don't fall. The Writhing deep. Well, you could begin a week late, but then you're going to be at least a week behind the masses. And see, I know there's going to be a few people, not a whole lot probably, but there's going to be a few people that are crazy, right? And they're trying to hit level 60 like in the first few days or in the first week. And then what are they going to do? Oops.
I'm out
I guess I do need to kill another brute. I don't want to be the guy that's fighting all those people. That's going to be just as crazy, pretty much. Ow, that thing hurts. Yes, yes. I just want the brute. I don't want the warlock. So let me hit the brute. So anyway, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun. And I'm afraid there's gonna be some people at level 60, like in the first few days. You know what's gonna happen. It takes like literally 3 days of playtime to hit level 60. Do I believe there's some people out there in this world that will stay up for 3 full days and play? Yes. Oh yes. And I don't care about being the first. I don't either, Mikhail. I don't want to be the first, but I don't want to be so far behind that I'm getting ganked by those people either. You know? You dig? I ain't trying to be the one of the super first. I've done that before. On Spirestone, I was either the first or the second person at level 60. On the Alliance side. Right behind another hunter. Or right in front of. We were both like 60 at the same time. I don't remember his name. But it was me and another hunter. And I also played a hunter. They were apex levelers. Like really good at leveling. But anyway. Where was I fighting those Yetis? Somewhere around here. So I'm not trying to be the first. Oh, and by the way, back then I did not do it in a couple of days either. I'm going to be Horde Ducat. I'm going to be a Horde Druid. Back in authentic, back in real, true Classic, I played Alliance. And I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with Alliance. It was better for raiding. It was pretty good. No issues. I loved being a Night Elf Hunter. Shadow Meld plus Aim Shot was OP. But I saw in dungeons, right? We'd have like maybe a Warlock or a Huntard. Maybe they'd forget to put their pet away when we're doing shortcuts in like Lower Blackrock Spire or something. And because of that, maybe it would cause the whole group to wipe. Well, unfortunately, sometimes I ran into issues where the group would start a giant fight. Oh, we wiped Huntard, da-da-da, retard, da-da-da-da-da. You know, basically being mean. For no good reason. There's no need for all that. Just saying nasty stuff because we wiped about, you know, and then the group would start to argue instead of worry about coming back together, and instead of finishing the content or doing what we're supposed to be doing, they'd fall apart. And that happened a few times. I'm sure it happened on the Horde side too. It happened probably everywhere. There were groups like that. I'm gonna blacklist you. You're such a bad player. Blah 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 blah. More words and mean talk and blah blah blah. Well, it was so basically when I came back in the Burning Crusade, I decided, you know what? I want to try out Horde. See how that's like. And I tried it, and in general, I feel like the Horde was just a much more cool, kind of clear-headed group in general. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So, I fell in love with the Horde. And I chose Druid when I played a Hunter in the Classic because as a Hunter, I could beat every other Hunter. I could beat every Mage, I could beat every Warlock. I had no problem with Warriors. Rogues, no problem. I wrecked them. Like, I did not have problems with other classes. The only class that would ever give me real trouble was a really good Druid. So, when I came back, I was like, I want to try a Druid. And that's exactly what I did. And I fell in love with it. Ooh, gosh, okay. He went enraged. Die already! Oh, he didn't give me one of the quest items that I need, though. You never played Ally? I respect that. I'm gonna be a Horde Druid. I'm very much looking forward to it, too. I'm gonna play just what I'm playing right now, but the character name will probably be different.
I need to get closer.
What up, CN Studios? CN7. Welcome to the stream, brother. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. Hopefully, come August 27th, you'll be logging on to try it out, or to jump in because maybe you already know how awesome it is. I need more enraged Yetis. Where are the rest? Oh, there's one. Alright.
I'm out of range.
That should finish him off. Good call deciding to switch to Horde. I think that's the right decision, Mikiel. The right decision. You love WoW and love the streams? Good deal, man. If you guys are enjoying the content, I don't know who all subscribed for sure or whatnot, but feel free to subscribe, like, follow, all that fun jazz. Or don't. That's up to you guys, man. Nobody owns you. But that's a good call going Horde. 100% the right decision. Nice. His corpse was still there. Man, there are not very many enraged Yetis, are there? This one's level 45.
It's too far. I need to get closer.
Come with me.
It's too far away.
This is where you have to fight. Mono and all that jazz. here we go. Alright, he's about to go in rage. And then he's gonna hurt a lot. Look at how much faster he's attacking. Booyah. Get wrecked. That's right, picking horde is not one of the regrets. Smart man, smart man. Uh-oh.
Closer.
This one might be real tough. Now I might have pretty low minute. Crap.
I'm out of range.
Okay, good, we turned around.
Closer.
Now we gotta finish him quick. It hurts.
I'm out of
Nice.
range.
Oh my gosh, what is this thing I need? Improved quality. Bring 10 Rage Scar Yetis. Oh my gosh, I'm not even fighting the right thing. These are Feral Scar. I need Rage Scar. Crap, I see. Okay. So then all I gotta do is I gotta work my way through this cave maybe to get there.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Gotta get my best in the slot gear. That's what I'm out here farming for. Oh god. Hello. Those respawns are quick. Back into the fray. Oh my god, quit dodging. Blocking, parrying. Here it comes, the big hits. Yucky, man, I'm telling you. Ooh, this is getting dangerous. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. They are hulking now. So wait, is this cave not the way I have to go? It's starting to look that way. Oh my gosh. Turn the other way. No, not this way. The other way. Oh shoot.
It's too far away.
Oh my gosh, the Hulking one's coming back too.
I'm out of range.
This is when things get a little bit chaotic. Can he do it? Wants to know the masses. I'm not really putting much of a dent in this guy. Holy crap. I might have to use Innervate. Oh yeah, I got this. Never a doubt in my mind. Whew.
Daddy, can I watch tablet?
Yeah, bring me your tablet.
Here.
Bring it to me.
Here. There it is. I need a director there.
Here you go.
Intro, what to play?
Here. Keep the volume where it's at. You turn it up and I'll take it away. guys are tough. And we're getting 5 and 6 levels ahead of ourselves and trying to take on 2. It's yucky. Gonna be tricky trying to find a spot to res here. I think I might have to spawn and fight one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have much choice. So hulking feral scar guy is basically like trying to find an enraged one the whole time. Oh, come on! Oh, you're shitting me. Oh, I used so many cooldowns for that, too. Alright. The epic battle. At least we both killed each other. That'll also give me a place to spawn in, which is nice. Alright, let's see. Yeah, see, I wasn't even in the right spot. That's in the north. And this is why you need to read your quests. Man, those guys are mean.
It's too far. I need to get closer.
Oh shit.
It's too far away.
Oh no! Alright. Oh was like, I can take one. Oh, no, maybe I can take two. Three, nope. Where am I going? It cost me like 3 deaths to get out of this area.
My mana is low.
Alright.
I'm out of range.
No doubt about it. I'm gonna have to fight my way out of this cave. Uh-oh.
I need to get closer.
Okay, get that one turned around.
I'm out of range.
This is a tough guy right here. If I get past this guy, I'll be able to fight this guy and make my way out without too much trouble. Alright.
Target.
Easy peasy, boys. Easy peasy.
It's too far away.
Easy peasy. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go north. Nope, you don't see me. Nope, you don't see me. Nope. Alright. Now we're heading up north. Find the Rage Scar Yetis. See if I can take them on. The Forgotten Coast. I mean, it looks pretty forgotten. Some tall trees. Twins Waffles. That's a, oh, there's those big Piedmonts up there. Or what are those called? Mesas? Plateaus? Something like that. Oh man, am I gonna be fighting level 48 stuff? Probably. Oh, jeez. $49? What freaking level are these things gonna be when I find them? It might be like level 50. Holy crap. I hope not. I could probably survive and run away from a level 50. Killing one? I don't know. That's 10 levels. A 10 level difference in World of Warcraft is huge. Like, huge. Maybe in Snarltooth? Miblin. Alright. No, it must be over here. We're about to leave the zone now. We have not found these Yetis yet. Oh, holy crap. Nope. Not over there. Oh, shit. Holy crap! Oh my gosh. 1,300 damage a hit. Ooh. That was painful. It was a good sized ghost run. I wonder if they're in this darn cave. I'm gonna go check this cave next. Of course, I still gotta look around, you know. Ooh, I'm glad I went stealth. Those dragons done tore me up once. I'm good now. 1,300 damage a hit ranged. Yeah, I can keep that. That's a no-go from me. Man, it looks like there'd be something out here, stealth or something. Some kind of stealth mob. I'm gonna go ahead and go into stealth myself. Be safe. Alright, what do we got up here? We are looking for yetis. Very nasty yetis. Gotta be something out here. Not more than freaking dragons. Though as we continue to walk toward where the dragons were, starting to feel like that might be what we find up here. Yep. Yep. That thing sees me from so far. Uh-oh. I refuse! I still refuse! Whew. Oh no, really? I refuse! I refuse to die! I never got to that cave. I gotta go try it again. Wait a minute, what's this? A little path off jetting here. This looks like the work of some, what was I hunting? I forgot what I was after. Yetis, that's what it was after. This looks like Yeti kind of work. Maybe. Hopefully. Not seeing any Yetis yet. And we're almost to the end of this little spot. Holy carpal tunnel, that does not look like a safe fall. What kind of other things were you doing, Mikhail? Okay, I see what you're saying. Shamans I like, and druids I love, so I'm right there with you. Though druids truly were a little bit underrated in Classic. I mean, they're easily underestimated, but they were a little underrated too. thing turned around and come running at me? I thought it was attacking me. Now I'll try to get to that one cave. We'll see how good or bad or easy or difficult it is. Oh!
It's too far away.
I don't think I can take this guy. It's like level 50 or 51. Yeah, no, I could do it if I had a healer. I don't have a healer, so. But Hubster, you are a healer. Yeah, well, that only goes so far, okay? I might make a shaman ult. Either shaman or warlock, I think. I like warlock too. There's a cave somewhere around here. According to the map, I'm almost right on top of it, but I don't see it. Oh my gosh, is it up there? Oh, yep, there they are. I see the Yetis. Now to get up there. And then try taking one down. Judging just off of that one, they're at least 7 levels higher than me. Dadgummit. Oh, did I find a way? I think I did. Yep, I think so. Tough little boogers to get to. Oh, jeez. start this fight at full mana just to be safe. Was it possibly, Mikiel, was it possibly doing all that soul shard farming? You know, Warlock's got to do a lot of soul shard farming.
I'm out of range.
What? Oh my god, he can rend flesh too? Oh jeez. Oh man, that was really close. Let me away! No! Okay. I'm gonna have to try that again. Man. What else can I do? Mograines might help me here. I mean, technically all I get is extra. I'd lose strength and agility, but I'd gain stamina. I think I'm gonna use it. Try it. I like the way it looks too, by the way. Looks way more badass than the other one. This one gives me a lot more health. A couple hundred, well, another hit worth of health. What else can I do? Oh, I could use my scrolls too. I've got a couple of scrolls here. And I could eat one of these fish. Alright. Protection and stamina. Yeah, it's like elite boss fighting. Hina, you're right. This is tough, man. tough. It's real tough. I don't know if he healed though. Alright. Let's pop on these scrolls. That might make a small amount of difference. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
I need to get closer.
Oh, he turned right around.
It's
He didn't
too
even
far
care.
away.
Hang on. I'm gonna start this one up again. Hopefully. Don't daze me, bro. Get out of here with that. What is all this? Get out of my face with that. Go reset. I want to try to start the fight in BiS. Ow. Thank you. Speaking of which, I probably need to go ahead and rebuff too. Yeah, it's 8 levels higher. It's nasty. It ain't too nice. I don't like the idea of sitting and waiting. Here, I'll drink. I don't have very many drinks, so I gotta be careful about how I use them, but I don't like the idea of sitting here and waiting for 700 mana when I've got my buffs on. What? You're kidding me. Oh, okay, this one's only 6 levels higher. Where'd he come from? I like this one a lot better. Oh shit. They enrage.
To get closer.
Ooh!
I need more mana.
Oh, got him. Oh, that's a lot of work for one. That's a lot of work for one Yeti. Oh, man. That's tough.
Not enough mana.
That's really tough. My goodness. He was nasty. That does give me an idea for how to take this guy down, though. If I can get him down to about 25% health, I can outrun them. So I can just innervate myself and then use the really low level Moonfire I've got on my bar. It costs like 30 mana or something. 25 mana. to keep him from resetting. I think he did. I wasn't 100% sure. Oh, he resisted. Nope. Nope. I know it's a pedantic little thing to worry about, but... I don't want to start this fight with no damage and missing 700 mana. Now, where'd that other guy come from, though? Are there lower level ones up there?
It's too far away.
Oh my gosh, he resisted so much of that damage.
I'm out of range.
Reset him. Wasted too much mana, I know, on that one. It wasn't a bad run though so far. I was doing alright. Alright, another round. I'm so bold. Woo! Got him. Not even a hide. Oh, this quest is gonna be tough, man. Super tough. Holy spitballs. Whew. The good news is the next two of them are one level lower each, so maybe they'll be a little easier to kill. Kind of hoping for a pipe dream there, but maybe. Yeah, that was level 48 one. Believe you me, he was not easy. I gotta wait for my innervate to be back anyway. This will be a lot easier with two people, I think. Oh shit, nope, nope, nope. I have made regrets. Shadowfang Keep? Oh, easily. Easily could solo that. If I can solo Dead Mines at level 30, I can solo Shadowfang Keep, no problem.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I've got a parrot, and I sold a parrot.
And it's on stream. There's proof. It's about to go in rage. I better go ahead and heal. Okay. I need to repair gear. I'll go ahead and try this later when I got someone to help me out with it. Whew, cause dadgum, that's rough. You go about your business. Yeah, the upload's still there. Everything on YouTube stays up there all the time. Like, I don't take anything down on YouTube. Twitch, they remove their videos after like 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or something. I don't know. The Twitch videos are not permanent, but the YouTube ones are. I don't know about the D-Live ones, if those are permanent or not. I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes adding a wah-wah pedal to this would make it sound cooler. Oop, phone. Give me 1 second.
The winds guide you. May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Alright, I'm back. That was the wifey. She's gonna be home soon. She wants some help, so I'll probably be shutting her down here pretty soon for a little bit, and then come back a little bit later on tonight, finish doing what we're doing. That's the innkeeper. Where do I repair gear in this town? Can you not repair gear here? Oh, light armor merchant. There you go. Ooh, gold repair bill. That's rough. Alrighty, everybody. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for a little bit, so that way I can help my wife as soon as she gets home, and then I'll come back probably and play some more a little bit after that. If you guys enjoyed the content on this stream, feel free to like, follow, and subscribe, or don't. That's all up to you guys. Nobody owns you. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. As I said, you beautiful people. Until the next one, remember that you rockin' we out. My pleasure, Mikhail.